Did you ever wondered how much control you have on your EV driving style? So from saving every single watt on eco mode to releasing the full power in sport mode of your car, the XPeng G6, it's not just a steering wheel. It gives you the full control of your driving style. Today, I will show you which options are available in terms of driving modes and also some configurations inside each of these driving modes that can personalize your ride style. Also, we will talk about regeneration and the options that XPeng provide you in terms of regenerate energy back to the battery.
So first, let's go to the settings of the car to see which options we have available. So going to the settings, drive, and here we are in the settings of the driving styles. Let me say that we have 4 different options that we can select for our driving style. Each of them has different settings. There is one single setting that you cannot change in the first 3 options on Eco, Standard, and Sport. This setting that you cannot change, it's called power response, and it is related to the throttle of the car. So power response is basically the amount of power that you have on the accelerator, so the torque that it's available when you press your accelerator. This means that on eco mode, as it is set to comfort, it is a reduced throttle. On standard, it will be a balanced one, and then on sport, you will have the full power at your feet. Then you have a couple of settings more in each of the options. The first setting is power steering. This means how the wheel drive will react to your driving. So on comfort, it will be more soft, more light. It will be easier to turn. So I would say that it's better for city driving. Then on standard, again, it's a balanced mode, not too soft, not too hard. And then finally, on sport, it is more rigid, more tough. So every single movement on the wheel drive will react immediately. Then again, at the same things on the brake pedal feel. So if the brake pedal is on comfort, you will feel it more relaxed. So when you press the brake, it will not be harsh. Then on standard will be again a balanced mode, and then on sport it will be more rough. So these are the settings inside of each option. As I said before, the only one that you cannot change in the first 3 options is the power response. All the others you can customize at your taste. So on eco mode, it starts with everything on comfort. On standard mode, it starts with everything on standard, and on sport mode, everything is on sport. So I would say that eco mode is ideal for most of our drives. So if you do not require to have the full power or even a more powerful throttle in your accelerator, so I would say that if you are driving urban or even in the highway and you just want to do a relaxed drive, then eco mode is more than enough for you to drive. I usually like to put it on standard when I go to city driving. Why? Because I do like to have a more reaction from the car for turnarounds, for quick accelerations and stuff like that. So it gives me more power, and I feel more comfortable with the car using the standard power response. On sport, I use it when I want to have some fun. So if I want to just push a little bit more with the car, I use the sport mode. And then let's talk about the last option that you have available on the car, that is the individual. So on individual, you can select all the options. So here, in this case, you can select also the power response. So let's talk now about regeneration. So the car does have also 4 levels for regeneration. So you do have low, medium, high, and then X pedal. So what is regeneration? So every time that you are driving on a route, if you take your feet out of the accelerator, the car can retrieve energy using the friction and the engine of the car to get that energy back to the battery. So the question is, why not using it always at high? The regeneration brings that energy, but it changes the way that you drive your car. So for instance, if you are in a highway at 120 and you are in a descent, you can release your accelerator and let the car just go. But if you have regeneration set to high, for instance, then the car will slow down even if it is downhill. So you need to compensate with the accelerator to maintain the speed that you desire. So sometimes it is better even to have regeneration set to low. I will explain it a little bit later. Then finally, you have a specific setting that it's the X pedal. So X pedal, it's not more than the implementation of XPeng for the one pedal drive. So with X pedal, the car will slow down as soon as you release the foot from the accelerator, the car will come almost to a stop. So if you are coming from a Tesla, if you saw some videos from Teslas and other brands, you know that one pedal drive should make the car stop completely. In the case of XPengs, at least until now, it is not possible. So the car will slow down until around 3-4 kilometers per hour. And then you do have to use the brake pedal if you want to come to a complete stop. Now let me explain a little bit what are my settings and why I use them in this way. So first, I use in eco mode, I do like to have, so power response, of course, comfort, but then power steering, also comfort, but brake pedal feel, I like it on standard, and I use X pedal. This is the driving method, driving style that I use for most of my driving routes. So basically on urban drives and sometimes in city where there is no much traffic, I do like to use this method. Then on standard, let's go for standard, I like to have standard power response, power steering on comfort, and brake pedal feel also on standard. So as you can see, it's almost the same as eco mode, but I just change, of course, the power response. So I just change the driving style to standard if I am on the city and I do like, or I'm a bit of a hurry or something like that, and I need a little bit more power on my accelerator. So then on sport, I do like to have everything on sport except the brake pedal feel that I still like to have it on standard because I don't like the brake pedal to be rough. So I do like to have it like this. When I use this scenario, most of the times I don't use it. Okay, so this is just for fun purposes when I have someone new to the car that asks about the power of the car, then I change it to these settings so that I can demonstrate a little bit what this car can do. Also, let me do just a remark here that you have an option here that it's the launch option that will bring all the performance maximized to the car. It even gives you this risk warning. And then finally, let's demystify what individual is. So usually I like to use individual for highway driving and for saving energy. And how do I do it? I use comfort on power response, power steering on comfort, standard on power response, and then the only difference between eco and individual is the regeneration. So in this case, I put regeneration on low. And this is for me very useful when you are in a highway and you are just on downhill or you just want to maintain the speed that you are on, and you just put it on regeneration low and the car will flow with the road. Okay, and then you just need to compensate a little bit with the accelerator the speed that you may need. Okay, also I feel that when you are in auto drive, so driving automatically, the response of the car is less abrupt if you have the regeneration on low. So the times that the car has to slow down or accelerate, it will be better with regeneration on low. This is my feeling. So guys, this is the settings. And of course, as you can see, there are a bunch of options and combinations that you can do. Again, it is very easy using the assistant of the XPeng to change between them. If I am driving and I am in a urban drive, I do have it on Eco and I just say, hey XPeng, hey there, change to Eco mode. The Eco mode is turned on. And as you can see, Eco mode is turned on with the settings that I like. And then, for instance, if I just driving inside the city, I am a little bit in a hurry, I need to have a little bit more power because I want to do some takeovers or whatever, I just change it to standard. So if you are following my channel, you know that I am doing a series of Drive With Me, Ride With Me, where I am testing and comparing the same routes with different driving styles and configurations to compare the energy consumption of the car and also the driving habits and the reaction of the car. So I already did the urban drive in standard mode and also on eco mode, and I am starting now doing the highway, comparing both the rides. And you will see that the driving style and driving modes, of course, will have a big impact on the consumption of the car. Many think that sport mode will consume a lot of energy, but if it is used wisely and with low regeneration in an open road, then you may be surprised with the situation in terms of consumption. So to finalize the video, I already told you that my preferred driving style and configuration is the Eco, and with power response so on comfort, power steering on comfort also. And let me explain why. So power steering in comfort means that the steering wheel will be very light. So for driving in the cities or urban drive, it feels more relaxed, it feels more soft. But as soon as you start driving more fast, on a highway, for instance, the wheel drive will be more rigid. So I do like the way that it gets more rigid while you are driving faster. So what about you guys? What is your preferred mode if you have an XPeng? And did you already personalize and try different modes? And what did you feel? Do you like any specific one? What is the one that you drive most? Are you just a guy that goes sport all the way or eco mode all the way also? Let us know also in the comments so that we can discuss a little bit this topic. So thank you very much, and I hope you did like the content. And if you did so, please leave a like and do subscribe to the channel so that you get notified for new videos. And again, please keep tuned because I am doing this comparison between these driving styles, these options and settings and different route type, so that you can see the difference in terms of consumption and handling of the car. And I see you in the next one. Bye bye, guys.